course I lost him. The kid was stationed with an Alpine unit. I was a cop, though I was with the prestigious anti-terrorist task force.
This is a high-pressure paintball gun. Getting tagged by one hurts.
Yeah, I know all about him. So what? You want me to train with that?
You're damn straight, Lutz. Pretty sure you were the only one to get hit by enemy fire.
Better him than me. Seriously.
Time for a nice game of capture the flag. You and Jonah, first to the flag wins all.
Do I have to? I don't want to shoot at Lutz.
All right, I'll tell you what. You get 15 points for each shot that hits, and 30 if you're the first one to the flag. At the end, I'll give you a special meal ticket for every 50 points you score. Now let's go, Jonah.
That's about as easy as math gets.
You're a good shot, Lutz. None of us doubt that. You just gotta learn mountain combat. Commence operation.
What was I supposed to do with everybody giving me so much shit?
Wide open.
Keep getting flashes of my sniper work spinning around my head. The times I took the shot and the times I didn't. That assassin from Orchestra. Am I a failure because I couldn't shoot a little girl? I was trained for sniping thugs who have their guns pointed at hostages, or terrorists who've got their finger on a bomb switch. The skills I learned as a cop let me blow the brains out of the world's scum before they can blink an eye. Nobody ever trained me to shoot kids. But if I had to do it again, if another chick like the one from Orchestra showed up and threatened the boss lady's life, could I handle that? Could I make that split-second decision to shoot her dead? Probably. I respect Coco and I want to protect her. Still, what if the kid I had to shoot looked just like Jonah? Jonah! I'm gonna kill you! Damn it, get back here! Catching up! The hell? A trap! Oh shit! No!
2, 3, 4. That's my Lutz. You never let me down. 9.
Laugh it up. It was just a game. It's not like I was really trying.
Territory disputes still have tensions running high between Middle Eastern country A and European country B. An international communications company reports that country A's military has gathered at the
Melmet, come on. It's time to get up.
The civil unrest in the Far East.
Don't we have a meeting on the agenda today?
is reputed to be some of the worst in
Yes.
the world.
The Unmanned Aerial
country's
Vehicle
focus
Supply
turning
Committee
to
is meeting at
commercial
Country B's embassy in London.
This committee is dedicated to introducing unmanned aerial vehicles at last to Country B's Air Force. We will be looking at HCLI's American-made Predator and the Eurogroup's Neuron project. Due consideration.
Did you
will be
check out
given
who the
before we
competition's
decide
throwing
which
at
models
us
to
today?
select.
Wow.
Amalia Torohovsky, actress turned arms dealer.
She's beautiful, huh?
Coco Hekmatiar! My goodness, what a pleasure! I heard there was going to be a sweet, fresh-faced dealer here today, and I simply had to see for myself. So the rumors are true. Do go easy on me.
Oh, sure.
We have
This sucks. A lot. Listen to this, Jonah.
I don't think telling me will make it any better.
I'm going to anyway. The competition is formidable on this trip. It's like the deal had already been made by the time I arrived. Like I'd been taken out of the game before I even started to play. The rumors were right about that woman. She moves fast.
What woman?
Oh, this mega hot actress turned arms dealer. All she has to do is crook her finger and those old military boys come running to buy her merchandise. Her fame landed her a wealthy husband, but her star faded, he passed away, and his entire fortune went to her. So now she's using her considerable charm to work her way up in the weapons trade. She does seem like a weird one, though. Few rounds short of a full clip.
What product do you have on the table now?
Brand new UAVs. Radio-controlled planes used for scouting and reconnaissance. These babies never get tired or careless. And nobody dies if one gets shot down. When equipped with weapons, it can even be used in combat. Just recently, in fact, one was used to bomb a certain organization. We're living in an age where robots are used to kill humans. I'm sure Isaac Asimov is rolling in his grave.
I'm not sure I like the sound of those things.
Hey, I'm with you on that part. They creep me out too. But my job is to sell the suckers, regardless of my personal feelings.
Hey, Coco! Ugh, this place. It's freaking humid and the sky's always cloudy and the food is disgusting.
Be nice.
Yeah, so about this whole Predator situation. The Americans are not interested. Let me see if I've got your basic idea. The US sells UAVs to Country A with the understanding that they'll be used to settle civil unrest. This, in turn, will piss off neighboring Country B, at which point the US will offer to sell to them as well. To maintain the balance of power, right? Your plan has one minor flaw, though. Country B is already in the process of developing their own UAVs with the Neuron project. The Americans figure this will resolve itself on its own without their help.
The UAV market is just gonna keep getting hotter and hotter. It's always better to be the one feeding the fire than getting burned by it, wouldn't you agree?
I gotta get going. You know Scarecrow, he'll piss himself if I spend too much time with you. What's wrong?
I find it interesting that a CIA techie would join up with Scarecrow. His crusade against me is pathetic. But that's okay, I won't stop you. In fact, I think you and I are going to get along quite well.
This can't be a... Oh, holy crap, it is! Awesome! Is it for me?
I don't want the Americans pulling out of this deal, so you'll keep an eye on them for me, right?
She's totally using me. I'm probably getting myself into an ugly situation. Oh, well, whatever. Sure.
Ugo, let's swing by the hotels that are accommodating Country B's people.
You got it.
Get ready to rock, boys! We got stuff to sell!
Damn, little lady's on fire today.
Ms. Coco Hekmatiar of HCLI, if you'll wait in the lobby, please.
General...
Ms. Hekmatiar. Well, I'm sure you can see how things stand. Sorry.
My apologies, Miss Hekmatiar. I know you were scheduled to meet with the Colonel this afternoon, but I'm afraid he has been unavoidably detained.
Right.
I am very sorry. The Lieutenant General has already left.
Lovely.
He'll be gone for the day.
Initially, I was one of the ones pushing for the Predators. In the end, the Euro Group won me over, though. We need to stick with European technology.
Of course. That bitch is everywhere!
Seen her get her panties in a twist, but her whole body?
Reminds me of Rodin's The Thinker.
One place left. Let's roll.
Who is it?
Lieutenant Colonel Marquis from Country B's army. He's been a supporter of the Predators, and he's worked with us before.
Miss Torohovsky paid me a visit earlier as well, but I have withheld making a decision.
I appreciate that.
You could take it as a compliment. Maybe she's moving quickly because she knows you're a worthy opponent. I imagine HCLI headquarters has already informed you, but an Italian newspaper wrote an expose on your importation plan.
The newspaper is really nothing better than a tabloid.
If this doesn't work, we'll leak the info to a legitimate paper and finish her off.
Coco was smart, saying the Predators acquired had been disposed of by the Italian Air Force and insisting that the US was not directly providing the aircrafts. She helped Country A save face by making it look like civilians made the deal.
Hekmatiar's fancy footwork is her main strength in this game. However, your charm and connections proved to be superior this time.
Now that's a pose that inspires confidence.
It is. It's like she's staring adversity in the face, refusing to give up.
I know, right?
So is that it then? We done?
Of course not. I've planted the necessary seeds. Now we just wait for them to bear fruit. I will outwit that woman. It's what I do. And fortunately, I'm very good at it.
Will she be okay? We're just leaving Valmet, Wiley, and Lutz here in England with her.
I'm not really worried about it. Let's just concentrate on getting our own work done.
We'll need to keep our guard up. See those suits over there? Eurogroup's giving us a tail.
Really?
She'll be fine with the other three. Have a little faith in your crew members' abilities.
So basically, everything will be A-okay as long as I can close the deal with Country B quickly and effectively.
Nah, never happened.
That's even giving Coco a hard time.
She's been like this ever since the negotiations 2 days ago. I'm starting to get a little worried.
Careful, Coco. Keep eating all that crap and not exercising and you're gonna get fat.
It'd be cool if it would all just go to my boobs and I could have a chest like yours.
Oh no! You're perfect just the way you are, really.
Oh, stop!
Looks like she sent another email.
That brings the total to 25 in 1 hour.
Do you think we could crack them with the help of Amalia's friends at the DGSE?
The French Security Organization? Yeah, probably, but even then it would take a huge amount of time. Haven't we pretty much won already anyway? There's nothing HCLI can do now. Why worry?
We'll see what Amalia thinks. Keep intercepting her messages.
Coco here. Chocolate. It's bad. Very bad. Yep, it's looking like I've lost the battle over these UAV sales. My plan was to send the Predators to Country B via Italy to avoid provoking Country A. But the Italian press caught wind of what I was up to. Miss Torohovsky must have pulled all the right strings. There's nothing left for me to do now. HCLI is officially pulling out of this deal. I will drop by to say hello at tomorrow's vote, though.
At times like these, I remember why it wasn't difficult to leave my acting career behind. Don't get me wrong, theater is a beautiful art form. One that is well worth dedicating one's life to. But no matter how good you are, at the end of the day, it's just still make-believe. I wanted something more than that, so I quit. Fortunately, I discovered that the arms trade is full of actors. You are constantly trying to deceive someone, and if they see through your pretense, the consequences are real. You want to know what I think is happening here? Coco's been trying her hand at acting during those phone calls you tapped. That's right. The woman is...
a liar!
I thought you'd actually given up. You had me convinced.
I hope they are. We'll find out soon enough.
Jeez, make me wait through all that bullshit before you finally send me a legit email? Man, why is it I always seem to end up working for slave drivers? A single diamond is not worth all this work.
Unfortunately, we still don't know who is that woman meeting with her. Whatever the case, Coco's got a massive attack planned. What she wants is to tear apart my web of alliances. That seems to be fighting style she prefers. I will send the Country B execs a reminder. Whatever happens next, I do not want them changing their minds.
Boss lady, can I come in?
Of course, Lutz.
Have you seen the news? Country A has dropped that campaign that the Americans were so upset about. That's exactly what you were hoping would happen. Seems mighty timely, doesn't it?
I couldn't manipulate a military op like that from a hotel room. My idea was simply a cog in a much greater machine. It takes thousands upon thousands of cogs to make up an army. And it's the hearts and minds of the people that ultimately set those cogs in motion. The world is set ablaze by the will of its people.
You're a perfectionist, aren't you, Miss Tworhovsky? The fight is essentially over, and you came out on top. So what need could you possibly have to win me over at this point?
Pardon me, Lieutenant Colonel. I have a message for you.
What the?
Is something amiss?
It seems the German Air Force is purchasing Predators from the US. A full 20 of them. And they're all equipped with German-made ISR systems. In light of this, there are some things I must discuss with Miss Hekmatyar. This cannot wait. Sincere apologies, but I must take my leave.
This is it. Hekmatyar is launching her attack.
Done at last. Damn, my shoulders hurt. Hauling all those contracts to Coco's connections was tougher work than I thought it would be. What is that I'm smelling? German sausage! And Schwarzbier too! Yay!
Right. Gather Eurogroup's executive committee.
Amalia, Spain has just made a Predator purchase.
Spain as well? Is that Nassos of the EAE?
I'm in deep shit! It's that Hekmatyar woman's doing. I must return to my country at once.
Director, what happened?
It's a TOP. Someone's buying up my company's stock. Some new bank investor called Euro Hekma ID. What that woman is doing is fairly legal.
It's not just my web. She's trying to tear me down too. So this is the full might of Coco Hekmatyar. I thought you and I could meet for a chat. How about now, please?
Sure thing.
I'm so sorry for disrupting your evening, Coco. Thank you for coming to meet me on such short notice.
Please, Amalia, think nothing of it. And forgive me for asking, but are you armed? Should I be worried about snipers?
No snipers. This gentleman has a gun. Poor man has double duty as my consultant and my bodyguard. Really? You can relax. I didn't come here with the intention of doing you harm.
Should anyone show up who we deem to be suspicious, we will take appropriate countermeasures. As such, no, I can't relax.
Coco, with an attitude like that, you'll give yourself an ulcer.
2 snipers. Bitch is full of it.
Not necessarily. She really might not know they're there. That would make sense if you keep in mind the information Lim passed along. Country B's man hired some assassins after he left England. Guess he wasn't too happy about what Coco did. Just like her to piss off someone with a short fuse.
Some people can't handle disappointment, can they? Man, these anti-infrared suits get warm. Idiots are wide open, and they haven't taken their fingers off the triggers for 1 second.
Oh, suck it up. It's not like we've been here for days.
I must say I regret not paying closer attention when we first met. I might have noticed that sweet little face of yours is just a mask.
Yes, it is. I take it you finally managed to see through all my diversions. I would expect nothing less of a former actress such as yourself. But that's the extent of your strength. The first time I saw you, I knew immediately that you'd never set foot on a battlefield. I'm not saying that an arms dealer has to spend all her time in war zones, but you should know what it is you're selling. Weapons go to soldiers who use them to kill other soldiers. If you don't know what that looks like, you can't hope to be successful, because you don't know the true substance of your own merchandise.
You speak as if I am totally ignorant. I do know my company sells dangerous things.
The boss should always be smiling no matter what. One of my old bodyguards said that. Cover your face with a mask and wrap your heart in iron armor. Those are words my father lives by. I remember their advice because they couldn't be more right. Being in the business of selling dangerous things, as you call them, tends to rot the soul. Much in the same way a cotton shirt will rot right off your body when you're in the jungle.
I suppose two arms dealers cannot hope to meet without conflict. Are you telling me that someone so naive she only brought one bodyguard should get out before she gets burned?
No, I'm not saying that. But I would like to share one more thing.
I love it! I'm having so much fun! Don't think me crazy, but I've been tingling
With excitement since I saw the head of the EAE run back to his home country. He was so angry, I was convinced he was going to have a stroke right in front of me. I don't do what I do because I'm fighting for some cause or because I have a family to support. No, I do it because I like the rush.
It's less and less often these days that you come across someone who can throw a really strong punch, let alone another woman. I'm having a great time. Honestly, this is the kind of thing I live for. Fun chats like this. All your work has paid off, Coco. We are pulling out of the UAV sales campaign. The Eurogroup concedes defeat to you this time around.
It was a tough battle.
Yesterday's enemy, tomorrow's friend. That is the European way of thinking.
Oh, jeez.
You agree with me, don't you? Enemies today can become friends tomorrow.
No need to repeat it. I heard you the first time. Now, why did you want to meet me?
About EAE stock. Can you please do something? As a friend.
What a surprise. Come now, surely you know that's not the way this works. Let's refer back to that discussion we had a minute ago. I am well aware of how Europeans do things, but I think it may be time for you to reconsider your methods. We need to don our masks and strike out at our mutual enemies. That's right. The recently privatized national defense companies. As we can see from the situation we just found ourselves in, they will only serve to hold the whole group back. They think of themselves as unsinkable warships, and that kind of confidence doesn't vanish overnight. Inversely, that will...
Would you consider selling it back at 2.5% of your TOB purchase price? Were you even listening to me?
The best I can offer is 10%.
5%.
This is insane. I can't believe these women. They're casually deciding the fate of the entire EAE in some filthy back alley. Sniper 1, Sniper 2, take position and prepare to fire. Do you copy?
Roger, roger.
Coco. You are clear to fire! Excellent shooting, Lutz.
They don't even know what hit them. Badass. You really are good, Lutz.
The 270 meters across a river isn't that far. Even Lim could have gotten it done.
Sorry to startle you. We had some troublemakers to deal with, but we didn't kill them. I am willing to sell, but only if it's directly to you. What do you say? How does 5% sound?
That sounds more than fair, Coco.
I thought it might. See you at the embassy tomorrow.
I don't get it. Why are you so soft on that woman?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because she said it was fun talking to me.
And I must be having a million times more fun than she ever will!
Valmet, I think it's safer if you watch the road. Man, Torahovsky was a real handful. Rather not butt heads with her again, if I can help it. But people like that always seem to reappear somehow. They come out of the woodwork when you least expect it. Considering how big this planet is, it's a small freaking world.